I am teaching my sister Eden about Chapter 16, Nature of Copyright Law. So, copyright gives exclusive rights to the creator to distribute and recreate their work. And it protects them from other people performing and recreating their work. And they can sue others for infringement. Um, so basics is you when you get something copyrighted, you can't copy basic information like titles, names, common phrases, or slogans or mathematical equations because it's too common. So if it's super common and it's not your own idea, you can't copyright it. And second, it must be tangible. So if you have a speech that you spoke and performed it, you can't copyright it until it's physically recorded or written. And another thing about speeches, even though you have quotes from other people, it can still be copyrighted. Copyright creation and links. So, so once work is in tangible form recorded, creators are required to register with a government office to assert their rights under copyright law. It costs usually $35 and they can sue other people if they infringe upon it. And it lasts upon the whole life of the author plus 70 years under the Sony Bono copyright law. Next is copyright infringement and damages. So anything over 20% of the original work is considered infringement. So it has to be less than 20% of the same amount of work. Direct infringement is easy to see, and that's like pirated movies and is highly illegal. So anything that is, yes, I'm teaching here right now. We're in the middle of something. Okay, indirect infringement is, wait, you stay here. Indirect infringement is harder to see, and this is when, and this has to be proved. The infringer or the copyright holder must prove that the infringer had access to their work, and two, the infringer had copying over 20%. And indirect usually occurs between songs. So usually like Lana Del Rey copied someone else's song. Those who are responsible have to pay for damages and sometimes are held for criminal prosecution. The infringer may have to pay for profits that the person lost from copying that they could have made, and there are pretty predetermined statutory damages that the holder can seek up to $35,000 per infringement and up to $150,000 for willful infringement. Here are some fair use exceptions. And this allows to let people use 10% of literally work until infringement. So, but that's not true. Um, that's how much some people think they can use up to. The Copyright Act allows copyright work for news, criticism, and education reasons. But here's the rules. The purpose and character of the use. If it's for money purposes, that's infringement, but education, that's fair use. 2, the nature of copyrighted work. Is the copyrighted work for teaching? That's for fair use. Or is it for entertainment? That's infringement. The amount of the porting used in relation to the copyrighted work as a whole. Did the person copy less than 10%? That's fair use, or lots. That's infringement. The effect of the use upon the potential market for or value of the copyrighted work. Did the copying of the work affect the copyrighted work's market for making money? And then again, the jury still must decide whether it is infringement or not. Importance of copyrights. This protects assets for companies and is very valuable to our markets and laws. Okay.